Good evening, madam. Sushma, madam. We started the live session. You can go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. We'll have today's sixth day of our workshop. So almost midway of our session. So let us have a recap of yesterday's class on ego. So what do you mean by ego? As means like it is a false identity. So to keep up that identity, we'll try to control the things, control the situations. So that leads to the means controlling and the chasing the things. So it is nothing but it often rooted in the fear. So it outcome of the fear actually controlling and the chasing the things. So when you stop chasing, automatically things will come to you. When you let go the things, automatically things will arrive to you. So we have to shift that energy from fear to the truth. So chasing is always often lead to the desperation. So universe doesn't work on the desperation. It works on the letting going the things or means what we call alignment exactly. So when we are in the desperation, we are working on the body level. So we have to internally change ourselves, internally transform ourselves. So keep meditating more and more, so our energy level will grow, so we become as a magnet. So once our energy, keep doing the meditation more, you will align with the cosmic energy. So when you align with the cosmic energy, the right things will happen at the right time. So we are not chasing anymore. We are not controlling anymore. The things are getting done by the universe for you. When is appropriate, what is appropriate, at what time it has to be done. So keep yourself in alignment. We have to work hard on actually instead of chasing. So knowing ourselves more inside. So deep dive inside. So when you hit the bottom, then only we know the depth of the water actually. In the same way, when you go deeper, then you know actually what you are, what your true self is. So doing the meditation more and more, you will come to know what is you, what are you actually, and to know more about the life purpose. When you come to know the life purpose, you will work towards the life purpose. What is the goal? So then automatically everything comes right on place, and that comes the real true yourself. So what is real true means, now we have, out of desperation we have a lot of questions, but when you are doing the meditation more and more, you will ask the questions in your meditation, you will get the answers in your meditation when you connect with the higher self of you. So that is the process. So that we have to adapt, accept it, and every day to day life, keep doing that process. So here, when you get connected to the external energy, cosmic energy, so you will become the magnet actually. Magnetism over pursuit. So you don't need to chase anymore. So you will attract, you will attracted to the things and the people, and your soul level, you will meet the people higher level. They will come to you. You don't need to go anywhere. So everything happens in the alignment. So universe does not work on the desperation, it only works on the alignment. So we have to work towards that. That is the one sir told us. And be awareness, being an awareness will will dissolve the ego, dissolve the fear. So always being the awareness is only possible by uncovering the truth. So you will withdraw, you keep doing the meditation more. So when you'll reach to the point where you withdraw your senses, withdraw your mind. You are no more analyzing the situation with your mind. You are no more analyzing, involving yourself with your senses anymore. Then withdrawing yourself, then you'll see the things as is, the truth, a real truth. So when you are in the acceptance mode, when you are in the acceptance, you will see the things will come and go, and you will be the observer, you will be the witness, things as it is. So the pain won't be there, the suffering won't be there with you. So the fear won't be there anymore. Overall, so we have to increase our energy from inside. So learning happens when you connected to the higher level of you, when you come to know yourself, to your truth, then learning starts from inside out, not outside in anymore. So now we are having a lot of questions to the Anil sir. Means we are still on the body level, in the body level only. When you go inside, deep inside, you will pose those questions in the meditation. You will get the answers for you. That is the real experiences of you. That is the real truth of you. So getting there is ultimate our goal. Dropping our ego, dropping the false identity of yours will lead to the ultimate goal. So this is the yesterday's class. Let us welcome Anil sir today. I hope he is already here.
Yes, madam. Yes, yes, yes.
Did I take too much of time of you, sir?
No, no, no. Very, very great recap. Thank you very much. Thanks for taking time to. It is always good to listen to what happened yesterday, because once you're here, you're tuning to the session and then trying to get what you got out the last couple of days. So it's always good to have the recap. Thank you very much. Thanks for that. Are we good to start, or are we going to wait?
I think
Today,
we can start.
get started. Hello, can get started.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for taking time to join. Thank you, Shishma Madam, for the wonderful recap of yesterday. Thank you, all the mentors for supporting this workshop. And thanks to the energies that we are able to make things happen today. Right. So far, we have been talking more about the healing aspect of it, trying to understand how things transform. How do I move out from my lower vibrations, lower frequencies into the higher state? And then how do I ensure that I'm not falling into the trap? Both the prevention and the cure aspect of it is what we talked. From today, we start to get into the deeper subjects, which is going to be more depth of the knowledge as well as the understanding. Why am I not able to release my good old energy, right? What is that is making me feel that way? Why is that some incidents in my life I'm not able to forget? Why is that I'm repeating myself in a patternized world? Right? There are like so many things that are hidden within us that we are going to explore and expose today. So that is how we transform ourselves. From now on, the discussion, the exercises, whatever we are doing are going to be more transformational for you. This is how meditation transforms, right? Meditation heals and transforms. So transformation phase is where we are. So what we'll do quickly for 2 minutes, please ground yourself, because whatever we are doing from here on, we're going to go into very deeper level. So I want to make sure that you are present, you are here. Most of you have not switched on your cameras. So let's switch on your cameras, sit here. Let us ground ourselves before we get started. Please close your eyes just for a couple of minutes. You'll only thank me later. It's very important to ground yourself. So just close your eyes, observe your breath just for 2 minutes. Let the body relax, let the mind slow down. Just be present. Just be present. No, very, very, very good. Thank you very much. It is always good to listen to one. Let's let this, once you are here, the feeling to the natural energies that we are able to make things happen. Explore and explore. You don't have to. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let us be in the receptive awareness. Today, what we will talk or will experience is forgiveness, not as an inner resistance, but as an inner freedom. There are so many ways we can forgive. Let us delve into this idea of forgiveness and actually experience the release from an emotional burden. Forcing ourselves to forgive someone or trying to understand and say, I'm going to dissolve my inner resistance, that is not forgiveness. It has to come naturally from within you, where you are able to release it without any conditions. That is forgiveness. So it's very important that you are grounded, you are present for forgiveness session. So, what is forgiveness? Anyone? Just quick cap of it. What is forgiveness?
We have to forgive ourselves from that we are holding hurt on others.
What is that? What is
Letting
that you're forgiving yourself? What happens when you forgive yourself?
you're
The
letting
clog in your heart get released, or like whatever the chest or in your head, the pain. It's a big process. You release it in your meditation.
Yes. So
acceptance, ma'am.
correct. Acceptance is not the let go. Somebody said let go, right? Forgiveness is releasing your inner burden. As you are carrying within it, you are releasing that inner burden. There is a heaviness in you because of that incident, that person, that situation, that thing, that past, that future, whatever it is, right? You are holding on to it for a long, long time. Sometimes you know it consciously, sometimes you own it unconsciously. When you own it unconsciously, somebody talks about it, somebody triggers it, then you connect to your inner burden. And from then on, you go into that loop, right? So it is important we start to recognize how do we forgive. First of all, forgiveness is always a good thing, right? Let us understand the myth of forgiveness. What is not forgiveness? Okay. Every time we say it is absolutely fine, it is fine. Okay. Somebody comes in front of you, they get the ticket, and then you go to the counter. The counter is closed. Other person says, "Hey, I'm so sorry, you did not make it." You will say, "It is fine. Like what happened is okay." That is not forgiveness. It's exact opposite. You're telling that person that you don't mean it, but you are there in the line, you waited, all that, right? That inner burden, right? There is an engine that's running inside in 1,000 miles per hour. But outside you're smiling and nothing happened, and that is not forgiveness. Right? You are able to remember certain things again and again, again and again. This incident happened, that person behaved this way, this person behaved that way. I went into here, people did not show up. I was there, they did not recognize me. Whatever that couple of things that are event, incident, situations coming back to you again and again. That is when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna forget those events. I'm gonna behave as if that nothing happened. I'm gonna go meet her, even though she did not behave well with me." That is not forgiveness. Where I'm going with this is forgiveness is does not mean that you are forcing yourself to feel good outside. You may be playing a dual face, right? The outside face that you put out there saying that I forgive you, I'm sorry, it's okay, oh, just forget it, this never happened. That is not forgiveness. Forgiveness is releasing that inner burden that you are carrying. It's very important to understand what forgiveness is. What is the truth behind the forgiveness? Why we should forgive? Your mind will never allow you to forgive, by the way. Why do I need to forgive? Because the event, whatever you're holding, the situation, the incident, whatever it is in the past. It is done. It's over. You got to move on. Right? The event, the situation, the particular attempt of you trying to come out of it, everything happened in the past. But the suffering is in the present. You're going through that suffering right now. That is why it is important that you let go of it. What forgiveness does is it releases your present suffering based upon a past incident, event, situation, whatever it is. So it is absolutely essential that we practice and we get to understand how this process works. Right? And then there are two things here, right? One is we are not suffering because of what they did, right? You are suffering because you are still holding what they did. That is a very distinctive way to look at it. What the other person did, you're not holding on that. When that whatever that other person did that you are holding within you is the suffering. You're suffering because you're still holding it. The other person may have moved on in his life. Right? So if I look at my inner mechanism, how does the suffering aspect comes in the form of hurting, in the form of resistance, is whenever a particular situation happens, right? A event happens, then in that situation, that person, that thing, or that object, whatever it is, right? The conversation, it kind of hurted you. You got hurt. Then you hold that hurt as resistance within you. When you take that resistance, when you resist on that, what happens? It gets holded, right? The holding happens. You hold it here. And with that, the suffering starts to happen. It can be pain, it can be anger, it can be blame, it can be injustice. It can be in any form. Triggering can be anything. The holding can be anything, right? You are holding on to that to punish yourselves. because of somebody did something else. You did not like a particular person in a conversation, they kind of overpowered you, or they kind of, came very naive or whatever, right? And then you are holding on to it. When you're holding on to it, you're suffering. Whenever you see that person, whenever you see that conversation, it comes up the topic, you're like, the triggering mechanism starts to happen. And you don't want to either you avoid it, or you don't want to be part of it, or you will say, even though that's a good thing to do, your mind will resist that. Get out of there. You don't belong there. This is not for you. Even though it's a good thing, in your heart it's a good thing, but you don't want to face it. That is suffering. Right? So whenever I am holding something inside of me, I am not punishing the other person. It is actually bounding me to be with my own pain. Right? Suffering, why this forgiveness is a beautiful way to let go, is if I don't do that, what is going to happen is whatever that I am holding here, that bound, it keeps me bound to my pain, my own pain. I cannot come out of it. Until you release that emotional bondage, you're not going to come out of it. There are like so much of injustice in the society is one thing, but a very common thing that people kind of take a lot of suffering on that. Right? A very common topic that we talk about, right? So if we start to put a perspective to this conversation, it is never about the other person. It is about feeling on your own self. Feeling on your own self. Don't misunderstand what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is a very, very good thing. You need to have a good heart. A brave soul can only forgive. Forgiveness is a virtue of brave. So, now what happens if I do not forgive? What happens? We said inner burden, right? But what happens with that inner burden is you relive the pain again and again, again and again, again and again. It goes into the loop. Some of them can't even forget their childhood issues that has happened. In my 5th class I had this, in my 10th class I had this, in my later college we went through this. I don't talk to him anymore. We are done. 30 years later you're remembering, and then you're still struck back in that particular memory because that conversation or incident did not go well by your terms. 30 years have passed. You probably not even seen him, but yet you're not able to forgive. That is how it carries you forward, right? Whenever you remember your resentment, what happens is, the cost that you're going to bear by not forgiving someone is basically a chemical action comes to you every time. A chemical biological action happens within your system. Every time you remember that, every time it comes to your memory, every time you recall that incident. You have to understand our body does not know the difference between memory and the present event. It cannot correlate. The chemical reaction in both cases is going to be same. Because in a subconscious level, if I'm sitting and visualizing something, and if I'm actually doing it, my subconscious doesn't know that, whether I'm visualizing it or I'm actually doing it in the present moment. It just takes that. That's it. That's how the body is set. So the moment that conversation comes to you, that discussion, somebody brings on that third person and say, hey, this, why don't you forgive? Then your heart rate starts to go up, the muscles tensed up. Now what is happening? Inherently, you're hurting yourself repeatedly. And you say, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move on. Why is that uncomfortable to you? Because you are holding on to that burden to yourself. You are punishing yourself. You have to that's why this knowledge is very important. You are thinking that if I forgive, that other person is winning. There is nothing like other person. Other person doesn't even know that you are holding him. That's the agony of the whole thing. He probably knows that you don't want to talk to him, you don't want to see him, but he never knew that, you're like holding on to it. If I forgive, then he's gonna win. I can never do that. Yes, in your own memories, in your own mind. But the truth is, if I don't forgive, then I suffer. That's the truth. Why don't we take that? Right? So it is about, see, what my mind is going to tell me is forgiveness means I'm kind of reconciliation, right? I'm trying to come in terms with the situation. It is like, oh, it's an illusion, right? You're trying to see as if that there is that thing what happened in past is still happening to you, and then you are trying to come to terms with it. It has nothing to do with that. Truth is very simple. You are releasing that emotional pain what you are caught onto. Forgiveness means release of your emotional pain. It's a very simple thing. Emotional, whatever that emotional thing, you're just releasing it out, right? Now, if I try to put perspective to this, isn't this a good thing for me to release whatever I'm holding on to, which has no value, which is not helping me in my growth, which is not the very reason why I should. Something that happened 10 years back, I'm still holding it. How can I get enlightened if I'm holding something that happened 10 years? Right? If you are enlightened, even 10 minutes back, whatever happened, you should be able to release it. 10 minutes back. How can you be holding something 10 years old? And then you carry that again and again, and you remember again and again that this happened. There is no enlightenment here. Whatever you are remembering in the present that happened in the past again and again, and you are thinking that I cannot come out of this thing is gonna take time for me, this thing is like I'm going through this because of ABCD, because how this is looks like, this is not that easy, all that is illusion. Ultimately the truth is you are going through it, you are going to suffer. If you can stand to the truth, you will let it go. And it is not that, sometimes, your emotional story or the bonding that you have made yourself, whatever you're holding in, you probably will have a pure attachment to it, or you have a wonderful story to talk about it. This thing happened, I was so, I'm the victim there. Why are you talking to me? I'm the victim. It'll give you beautiful story. It'll tell you, oh, I never, I mean, it was never to begin with my problem. It's other person's problem. Other person doesn't want to come. I'm ready. I'm ready right now. No, you're not. Your mind is saying that it's just playing a trick with you. Right? You're not. Why it is like that? Because the moment you start to let go, it feels like you are losing that identity. Right? That's why it is very important to forgive. When you hold on to that identity will always come to you. It is a repeated process that you go through again and again, again and again, again and again. Right? So awareness does not mean that you have to hold on to your victim identity. It doesn't mean that. Yeah, you are the victim in that situation, but you don't hold on to the victim identity and say that I'm going to be suffering myself. Is that how it's going to be? No, it is not meant to be that way. You will just let go. That's it. For your own good, you understand if this is what I have to do, then that is what you should do. Because if you do not do it, even if your mind resists on doing it, you have to find a way to let it go. Because this knowledge or this understanding will help you to release, come out of that burden. Now let's do a quick exercise. Okay. let us visualize a person, okay, who you hate the most. Let's start with that. That's maybe a good one. Someone, whoever, right? Just for few, let's just get this beautiful idea. This is truth-based permanent healing. Remember this. This is truth. This is not other types of healings. We should talk about other types of healing some other time, but this is happening right now. If you do this right now, you just released it. The burden is gone forever. This is a permanent healing for eternity of your soul. So close your eyes, sit very comfortably. Okay. Now just relax, just bring your attention to your breath, just calm yourself. Just say that my body, I'm not doing anything, I'm just relaxed. Bring your attention to your breath swiftly, and then just to be attentive. As you settle in slowly, visualize the person whom you have a conflict. Okay. When you visualize that person, whoever that is, if it is a partner, your sensation will be very high. Just kidding. So notice the sensation when you are visualizing that person, whoever that is. Just notice your sensation. Don't go into the story. Don't narrate yourself. Don't go into the inner chatting. Just become aware of the sensations that are happening in your body. Okay? Become aware. Awareness is such a beautiful thing. Become aware. Now, slowly breathe into that sensation, whatever the sensation that you felt. Breathe into that sensation as if you are breathing from that point. If I'm having a sensation on my hand, now I'm on my hand and I'm breathing from that pain point or sensation point. Breathe into the sensation. Say very silently, say this to yourself. I release this emotional charge of mine. I release this emotional charge of mine for my peace. For peace. I release this emotional charge of mine for peace. Just gently tell yourself. Our ability to observe while the emotion at play, thoughts at play, actions at play, is the most important. To be in truth and not be in truth. Truth is nothing but being aware in that moment. It's not like you go wrong. You cannot go wrong when you are aware. Just feel it. Most of the times, we act from our unconscious patterns. Right? We have to have the compassion through a greater understanding. Then only it works. Just understanding does not justify the need. If you just have the understanding, it will contextualize for you. Having a bit of compassion releases that emotional intensity within us. Such a beautiful thing. As you experience, right? Now, what we'll do is, if you still have that person with you, or you want to bring a situation, right? Let us identify the hurt. Where is it hurting me? When I recall this moment, or the situation, or the person, where does this really hurt me? Let's experience it. Bring it to your mind, a person or a situation that still hurts you. Please observe very honestly. Friends, this is very, very important. Be honest. Just be honest. Ask yourself what exactly hurt means. Ask the question to yourself, what exactly hurt means. What did I expect out of this while I have the situation or person in mind? What exactly hurt means? What did I expect? And ask, what did I lose by having this burden with me? Just go deeper, my dear masters. Go deeper. Now see if it is releasing as you become more aware of it. Is it releasing? Go deeper. Ask them. Ask yourself, what am I still holding? Is it repeating to you that they should have not done that? I didn't deserve this. Why should I release it? I am the one suffering. Feel it inside out. You will slowly start to see an inner shift, a real change that starts to happen. Just letting it go. Just letting it go. As you settle in the deeper state, let us experience the feeling without a story. Let us separate the pain from the mental narration. You can either bring a new situation for yourself, or if your situation is still continuing, just hold on to it. Just bring the situation. You have a story to that situation. Just as you go little deeper, just drop the story aspect of it. Just be with the situation. Don't think about what happened. Just feel your sensations in the body. Just feel your sensations. Ask, where is this sensation happening to you? Which part of located exactly? And how does it feel to you? It's very important you feel it. Let that feeling be there. Don't resist. Don't analyze. Just be there. Just be there. You will start to realize very quickly that the pain that we have is the energy, and identity is not. Now let's take this into the little more understanding. How do I release it now? Gently, can you remember and see why this person, incident, whatever happened, the other person was also unconscious. They have acted from their own pain, from their own fear, or from their own ignorance, whatever it is. This is not about justification, this is just understanding. Now, slowly, can you allow what has happened to be in the past? Can you stop carrying it now, in the moment? Now, very slowly repeat yourself. I release this burden. I choose peace over pain. I feel myself. Slowly you'll start to feel more relieved. Just free. I free myself. I choose peace over pain. I release this burden. For good, I release this burden. Just be yourself in that beautiful state of conscious awareness. Let us release that burden. Now you are totally relieved. Last 10 seconds. Just be there. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. See. Slowly come out of it. So forgiveness is nothing but your own self-liberation. You are just getting out of whatever you are holding, that inner burden. How do you feel? Just put it on the chat. You're okay. So with this, we clearly see that forgiveness is not for them. It is for our own inner freedom. That is why we need forgiveness. Great relief. Excellent. That's it. You will feel so lighter. You will feel so relieved. Yeah. Peaceful. Yes, exactly. Relieved and peaceful. So it just, by just being in that state, in that awareness, you just let go of it. You feel so relieved of everything, whatever is happening. So now that we relieved it, what happens when we don't forgive? In your mental space, you will have repetitive thoughts that comes to you again and again of the situation. You will always carry that emotional heaviness within you, which will result in energy blocks. Energetic blockage will happen in your system. Systematically, blocks will start to form and you will suffer. To contrary, if I start to forgive, now we have experienced that lightness, that peace, that emotional freedom that we just experienced. Just by doing it, we did not even do it for not even 5 minutes or so. We were able to let go of a situation in life, right? The bigger pains. So as and when we start to see ourselves, how do I need to be there? How do I need to get there? How do I need to come into this state? It is that awareness every time, wherever you are, that awareness is the one that is helping you to come out of that. So every day we are talking about this awareness. Every day, awareness is nothing but truth, right? In this truth is where everything comes. So if I am sitting and doing my meditation every single day, 1 hour, 2 hour meditation, what matters is what is your quality of awareness? Because everything else is all the drama. Whatever you're holding, whatever you're repeating, whatever you're bringing onto your mind, emotion, physical level, all that. But what is awareness? Is awareness is letting go everything else. So it is doing two things simultaneously. One is it is preventing the new things coming your way, and it is releasing the existing stuff that you are going to cure. Prevention and cure. That's why it's a permanent healing. Truth is permanent healing. So now let us look at how do you integrate it? How do you reflect on this, right? What should I do, right? Just write down what was I holding on to. Just write down in your notebook, notepad, what was I holding on to, right? And then ask, what did I feel when I allowed it? What did you feel? How did you feel when you allowed it? Allowed that holding to be. And what changed when I released it? Some of you put it in the chat, but just put it on your notepad. You don't have to show it to anyone. You don't talk to anyone. It's just you and your notepad. It is very important that you have a direct face-to-face discussion with your burdens. It's a one-on-one. You don't need anyone else. It's just you and your burdens. Take a pen, sit down, just jot it out. What was I holding? What did I feel when I allowed it? What changed when I released it? Very simple. So when you go and say that I'm not going to repeat this again, I'm going to live this life differently, I'm going to have a better life of what I had yesterday to today to tomorrow, that is not freedom. Freedom is not changing the past. Freedom is in releasing it right now in this very moment. That is freedom. If you want to get enlightened, you have to live with that freedom. Nothing should bother you. Good, bad, likes, dislikes, because all these are connected to your mind. They are coming from your mind. When you are aware, they will not hold any value. So now let's do this exercise on a daily basis from now on. Forgiveness, it's not just forgiveness. We will do daily forgiveness awareness exercise. We'll add awareness there, right? Whenever a hurt arises, something, a pain, something that comes to you, just ask the question, what am I holding right now? Whenever that movement happens to you, just ask the question, whatever I am holding right now. It's very important. And gently in your, this is the practice, in your inner, just bring that thought together, right? Or you can say it to yourself, I don't need to carry this. Just mentally chat it or just say out loud, however, whatever way you feel like. Let go practice. In the awareness, you caught on to that situation, hurting situation. Now, when the hurting situation is, you have to let go now. So you immediately have to be able to say, I don't need to carry this. And in your nightly reflection, before you hit the bed, just think about it. Did I carry any hurt today? Did I carry any pain with me today? Did I carry any burden or any heaviness within me today? And you also need to understand that forgiveness is a process. It is not an instant mantra, right? It is a process through which it works, because it's not always instantly that you are able to forgive and then things will start to transform, because you may have multiple layers that might come up when you are forgiving, because you may have a mental state of it. There is an emotional burden that is holding, and there is a physical pain that you probably created over a period of time. So it is like those layers are come, but every time you are forgiving with the heart, with the movement, as awareness, right? You are letting go that layers, letting go those layers. You're getting closer to almost zero. That clarity we should have. That is truth. Never keep the truth away. Right? Truth should always be there. And the other thing is, just because you have given that forgiveness, you know, you have given that forgiveness, you can still maintain your relationships, your boundaries, your aspects as to how you deal with it. Those things won't change, right? The only thing that has changed now is the perception of it. You had a different perception. Now with the forgiveness, as you let it go, now you are back into that state of neutrality. And remember, our mind will resist. It will tell you they don't deserve forgiveness. It will play the trick, right? It is like ego holding the pie, right? I mean, it will try to pull you back, saying that, okay, you are in the comfort zone of not forgiving them. Just enjoy that. Let them suffer, let them go wherever. But you have to be able to tell yourself that, no, that suffering is not for them, suffering is for me. I am the one who is suffering by holding on to it, so I should get out. That only you can talk to yourself. This knowledge should help you to carry that forward in your daily practices. And it is a beautiful nature's gift. Forgiveness is a beautiful thing, right? It is such a great way of letting go things, that you're holding on for so long. And it will give you a lot of positive energy. That's why practice again and again. Every time you bring that awareness, it deepens each time, right? It is such a beautiful thing, awareness, right? The more and more you try to bring that awareness, the greater your experience and your state of being is. And always don't rush the process. We are here, we are doing it in 5 minutes or 7 minutes, because we are constrained on time, so we have to finish. Certain things may need more time, but when you are doing it, you follow your own pace. Things may happen in 2 minutes, things may happen in 10 minutes, but give it time, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to release that, whatever you're holding, that which does not work in your interest. So you got to give it time to let it go. Right? So we're going to open it up for any questions, Sushma madam. Anyone have any questions?
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with the forgiveness. Can you please raise the hand, masters, whoever has the question, please?
Um, Namaste. I don't know. I can't see the raising my hand opportunity. Is it okay to ask a question?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So forgiving. Um, if you okay, I have suffered pain. If I want to explain or something, I have to explain this, like whatever it happened. But how to explain not being ident like not being a victim of the situation, like because we are working on the forgiveness, right? So how do we work on that, or
See,
how do we tell?
see, what you did in this exercise is not bringing your story aspect of it. When you bring your story aspect, then your mind is gonna come. When your
Mm-hmm.
mind is gonna come, it is gonna ego is on and identity is gonna be there. It will tell you not to do it. No, 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 you should not do it, right? What you did is you just remembered that situation, that person, that incident, that event, whatever that is. And then you started to accept, to say that, okay, I'm going to forgive this moment because it is created so much suffering for me. That suffering you experienced, that burden you're experiencing, that emotional imbalance you're experiencing. So, whatever you're experiencing is what you're trying to release here, not the story towards it, right? So when you bring that story along and you say that, okay, this happened, okay, this one did that, that one did that, in that story you may start to feel like, no, I should not forget. It may become more stronger. You see where I'm going? So it is important to bring that particular recognized pattern, put it in front of you, and then say, okay, now I wanted to forgive, and then you start forgiving it. You start be coming into the awareness. You start to see the pain if it is happening in the body. You start to see that emotional imbalance that you are feeling, or the mental imbalance, whatever, right? And you start to say that I want to just forgive and I want to let it go. I want to come out of it, right? Just say it in your own terms. Just heartfully say it. That's it. It will release. You just have to feel it when you're saying. That's all it is. Okay.
Thank you. It needs to be practiced.
Just
Yeah.
what it's like, you don't have to practice this like 100 times either, man. This is just 1 or 2 times you practice it, you catch hold to that wavelength as to how this is, like, how much I need to do, what are the triggering points. You yourself will know in 2 3 times when you practice it. Then immediately things will start to work your way. It's just the simplistic way.
So if I'm facing the person, um, can I forgive the person? Like you're feeling the sensation of whatever, like the memory is coming back, or you're feeling the sensation. Is it possible to forgive the person at that moment as you're facing, or it
You
need to be you can
Yes,
practice later?
you can do that too. You can do that too
Okay.
if you are dare enough
Uh-huh.
to go face it.
Uh-huh.
Face it and do it. Yes, absolutely, why not? That's
So in our mind, saying that heartfully, I forgive,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgive.
absolutely.
Okay.
See, if you are able to face that individual, sit with him and talk and explain him and then forgive him, that is fine. If you cannot do it, you remember that individual in your thoughts, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna forgive you, and then become aware of it. That's fine, right? It is that energy that you're holding, you are releasing. Remember that, right? The moment you release that, you are no longer carrying that kind of a conflicted energy with you, right?
Mhm.
Because when you see him next time, you will not have that grudge, or whatever that is, right? That resentment or anything, you will not have that. That's the idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sushma Shukla, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. Awesome, like excellent knowledge. And after listening to you, I was started feeling I was so ignorant. I hurted myself. The other person didn't know. But yeah, so thank you so much for sharing this knowledge. So my question is like when you were doing this process like we were doing today, and I went there and I started thinking about the situation and about the person. At the same time, I just started feeling like this is the situation. It happened, and like I became like observer. Like I just started observing the situation. It already happened. It had happened in the past. So my question is this the similar to forgiveness or it is something different?
That awareness, what you brought it, is like your, because when you sat on the meditation, you sat on to forgive, right?
Yeah.
So that is what it is. And if you feel like that energy is growing and the negative aspect of it is growing, you can actually tell yourself, right? I forgive. You can like mentally say that, right? I forgive. I don't want to carry this. I choose pain versus, like I said, right? Peace.
Please. Yeah.
You can do that. The
Okay.
fact that you are coming into that awareness and you are observing it itself, you have detached it. You're no
Okay.
longer attached. Right? So that self will take it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There is one question in the chat by Anu. Even though we forgive, but the other person does not forgive, and the situations are not coming back to closest relationship how it was before. So which is even hurting me more. I would like get those close relationship days come back.
So if you are forgetting it, if the other person is not forgetting, what it mean other person? So what is the question? The question is, you are asking other person to also forgive you. You want to educate the other person to forgive, or because this forgiveness is the burden that you are carrying. You are bound. You are not bound by what happened. You are bound by what you continue to hold. So you are letting it go, and you become free. If other person does not become free, why does it really concern though? You are free. So you behave as if, because the energies exchange will also happen, right? When you are freed from that, see what happens, in a metaphysics level, is whatever you had the relationship in the past, you may be good friends and all, there was a good amount of energy exchange. Whatever that vibrational shift that came in between you, because of that, there is no energy connection anymore. But the connection doesn't mean that it is no longer there. It is there, but not in the good way. Each of you are holding some bad connection of the each of you in your arms, right? When you let it go, you no longer have any kind of karmic connection at that point, right? Pretty much you are relieved of it. If other person does not relieve it, then your behavior should shift it, right? The way you are coming in front of him and the way you are looking at it, the way you are talking to him, the way you're taking things. If other person does not forgive you forever, that is for him to hold his burden, not for you to worry though. If you are worrying about the other person, why he is not forgiving me after I forgive you, then that is conditional. That is expectation. That is attachment.
She wants the old days to come back when we were good and close.
Yeah,
She
you are like that, no? After you forgive, are you? That's the important question. Then if you say that I forgive, then it is only a verbal forgive. It's not heartful forgive. If it is a heartful forgive, whatever was your original state, you will behave as if that you are in the original state. The other person may do whatever he wants to do, but you will be in that state. That's important. That is forgiveness. So always we have to understand, you cannot go change other people. The changing other people is the biggest illusion. It is not gonna be, it's not required. Your dharma is for you to follow and be in that righteous level. Make sure that you are not burdened, you are not carrying the karmic debts with you. And some of these things are helping you to release all that. Once you release it, if you are good enough, you want to go educate him, you want to give some knowledge, you want to ask him to meditate, all is, it can go to any level of conversation there. But you will not be able to change it. It is not going to be that way. Your good behavior, see, whatever I do now, if somebody is seeing me with my good behavior, they will start to see that, okay, this individual was like this before, now he is behaving like this. That shift in you is what others observe, and they start to accept and shift. That's how it works for anything, not just for this, for anything. So that's the answer.
We don't have any more questions raised.
Okay.
Can we start the meditation, sir?
Yes, ma'am. If no questions, then let's start meditation. Sit very comfortably. Masters, take off your glasses. So in the meditation, as you are sitting, if any resentment arises for you, just be an observer without feeding your story, without creating more and more story, without going into the story, deepening your story. Just observe it. That's it. It'll go. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your normal, natural breath. Remember, forgiveness is a virtue of brave. And we are all brave souls. So we should forgive. Bring your attention to your normal, natural breath. Slowly tell yourself that you're just a witness. I'm not the body. I do nothing. Not the mind. I want nothing. Just be there. In the moment, be with your state. Be with your breath, my dear masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath.